Hello everyone and welcome back to Let's Play Europa Universalis IV with me, Alfapiomega, Meiou and Taxes and Scandinavia. So we are still at war with our enemy, the Turkish Empire, which is currently alone in this mess. We have sunk most of their fleet, literally most of their fleet, and we have retaken Kaffa. And now the time has come for us to actually decide how we're going to continue in this war. So one thing that I know for sure I'm going to do is I'm going to send these transports to Gulf of Odessa. I don't even know if these ships can block. Oh yeah, 101. And the heavy ships have 111. Wow, that's interesting. Maybe it's just counting like ship per ship. It doesn't really matter. Maybe it's just numbers? That's interesting. Well, we have built many new heavy ships here, specifically 3-deckers, and these ships will serve us well in the upcoming fray. So I'm gonna send them to Pumonte, where we have the repairing and captured ships. And they will go and blockade more of the Ottoman Empire because we need to increase their war exhaustion as high as possible. Unfortunately, I'm a bit of a moron and I missed the fact that we have Scandinavian particulars racing against us. And as most of my fleet is gone, I'll have to actually send my army on foot to deal with them. So the army of Denmark is going to march to Viipuri and destroy the Scandinavian particulars, at which point the Scandinavian particulars that raced in Romsa might actually decide where they want to go. So let's leave this on and see what they're going to do. Oh, we have a 96% maintenance. Oh yeah, we don't really have... Wait, they have armies here, 24 and 26,000, that's 50 and 6.8. Can we maybe... No, they have a massive army hidden somewhere else that we can't see. I was thinking it might be fun to go plunder, maybe to Van. Yeah, if I ask you for military access, you would have to give it to the Turks as well. I think that's how it works, and I don't want to risk it. We're saving up money to upgrade the bureaucracy in Norwegian. Oh, and we have a fucking plague. I forgot about that. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Okay, mouth plague. Wait, what is this? Revolution in Novgorod. Holy crap! And revolution in Castile. I guess you can't see that, but decades of feudal oppression, religious intolerance, and unjust taxation have all contributed to the revolutionary movement beginning to surface across our lands. Rurik III has desperately been seeking resolutions to the ever-increasing problems as our country finds itself on the verge of financial ruin. The population incessant strife for liberty will probably prove too much of a challenge if not handled properly. Damn. Okay, 2 more heavy ships. Actually, 3 more heavy ships. You guys can also go here to meet with this fleet. And what about you? Are you guys... Yeah, I think you're almost completely fixed. So, yeah, let's wait a day more and then you should be completely fixed. Yep. So now you can go back to protect trade in Canada. And we're gonna save our money for now. Okay, so the sieges are... well, sieges. The blockades are okay. The war exhaustion of the Turkish Empire is low. I wonder what Genoa is going to dictate for that. They've shown that they are able to do much. Oh, this would be nice, but look at the cost. No. Queen Consort of the People is a nice event, but I don't think that's what we want. Okay, they're moving to Davisami. That's actually pretty good. Almost on our way. So Valdemar will... Oh, an advisor has died. How are we going to deal with this? Okay, so we either hire a level 3 one or a level 1. So I guess our stability is down a bit due to the plague, ironically. So that might not be a bad idea, but I'd much rather have the taxation increased. And this is gonna take a while, so let's not do that, and let's instead hire the tax guy. But we're gonna production and tax guy, but we are going to Ungle. Wait, production 2.5 and 5%, or on this one? What is more? Trade. I think production and trade is better than taxation and trade. So trade and production. I think that's gonna give us way more. Okay, so that's going well. This is going shabby, but the fleets are coming. Let's remember what kind of they have here. Just light ships. I'm fairly certain we might get them. Okay, then we'll need the other admiral here to take care of it. Go, 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 guys. Go, go, go. So let's have a look on the world. Kano and Mali are dominating Africa, though France is spreading like plague. Turkish Empire is massive. Commonwealth, Novgorod and Scandinavia are doing good as well. Vinland is definitely the best in northeastern United States and Canada. But I think this is... okay, this is Castilian. Damn, they have made a big colony here. And Mexico is whose? Texas. I guess they might be independent. Damn. Colombia, Argentina, English Brazil. Wow. Man, Americas are already almost completely gone. And what is this? Madurai. I don't think they have been... Yeah, they have not been conquered. Though this would be great colonies. Jesus Christ. These would be incredible. Do we have a... We do, and they don't have any allies. I suspect their army and navy might be much stronger than we would expect. Oh my god. I should have fortified Kakisamiya. I didn't expect them to move as fast. Okay. Damn it. This is gonna take a while. Freaking particularists! Who will let you in? More heavy ships being built. I guess the peace will come soon to us. I think they see themselves as having a bigger army. Yeah. Wait, I don't want clear offer. Yeah, they wouldn't give us anything. Oh hey! Now the war is over. White peace. Okay, I was honestly not expecting a white piece, but okay, I thought it would be wiser than that. So let's send all of our navies to Skåne. I hope that's all of them. And we'll see how that goes. We'll need to purge these rebels, though. I'm going to Osterbotten. I'm going to raise a fort there just in case. Okay, you die. Now we can go deal with you. Yeah, we're going to Osterbotten, so that's where we draw the line. And this navy is going to take our army straight up to Romsa. Because reconquering that will be a bitch. Let's cancel the condottiere. I don't think they helped us. But I'm happy that I helped Genoa, honestly. Finally we had a chance to repay them for some of their kindness. And, you know, it goes without saying that they have actually helped us so much that, well, you know. I'm still considering the war with Commonwealth, but I think we need to, yeah, get a bit more stabilized. Okay, so we're gonna go to Lofoten Sea. And you guys are gonna go siege Viipuri. Okay, I don't think I need to show this on cam. I'll do my best to help Novgorod though as well, because they deserve it. Well, the plague has ended. Unfortunately for us, it reduced our population back below 10 million, so we now have 9,892,000 people living in our country. You can most notably see the difference on our capital, which has been reduced, well actually it has been reduced to 59, but now it's back to 60 urban development. I checked Paris, it's still the joke that it used to be. It is currently at 16 urban development. Oh, okay. But London is doing good, it's at 69. And there's a number of other provinces that I checked that were pretty good. Though I can't recall. I know that was... Yeah, Lombardia has 75, Milan. And of course we mentioned Constantinople, which is also 75. So they are much better doing than we are. On the other hand, our urban gravity here is insanely high. So while we're at it, I'm going to ask the burghers to expand city citizenship. And I'm going to give them some sort of weird favor. Yeah, grant holiday on foreign coin, and I'm gonna reduce the inflation so that we're not bothered by it. Technology-wise, we are doing good. We'll be soon able to get the rifles. Falling a bit behind on military, but the prime target of us, the Commonwealth, is not doing much better. I'm actively helping Novgorod to get out of their trouble. We've defeated 2 armies of rebels in the west, and we're pushing to the east, trying to recapture their provinces. We're having Hamburgian separatists threatening us, but I don't really think that's a big problem here. They have 70k. We'll be able to deal with that if need comes to be. What's better though is the fact that 2 of our provinces have shifted to Danish. It was Arlesund up here and Tunsberg here. So we are actually doing great. Look at that. Things are looking really nice. We're still recapturing the province of Kakisalmi though. And oh shit. Rebels here and rebels here. And of course you're leaderless. So I'll send you up there, we'll meet and attack Novgorod. I'm saving money for the expansion of bureaucracy. I think that's not a bad idea for us. It's not necessary for the urban gravity, but it's gonna make our autonomy slightly more manageable. The provinces here in the Cape are looking good. We have... Oh, there was plague here as well. Fuck. Well, we have a developed province here, though. I'm not entirely sure how developed it's going to be to the end of the game. The population here grows very slowly. I think it might be the problem of the market. I'd really like to build the warehouse district, but we need urban technology of at least 40k, at which point I'll build the ports warehouse and other things. But that's the sound of future. You know that I also want to develop Hamburg. I could invest in it right now, but I'm just trying to save the money for other projects. I think they have... the urban gravity could use a push, so let's build a marketplace here. We'll get that 150. Lübeck is another thing that I want to develop, but... yeah, the urban gravity here really is way over the limit. The problem is that our population has mostly died due to recurring plagues. I'm not gonna lie, that's just what it is. Oh, and our navy has been successfully replenished. So I'm gonna send you somewhere else. Okay, and Kakisame has been finished. I don't think we have a general, do we? No. But you can still go there and attack. Actually, if they're coming to attack, we'll just keep besieging these provinces and giving them back to our ally. Well, the war in the east, or whatever you want to call it, is going well. We've defeated 2 more armies, and we're slowly recovering the territory of our ally. But I want to record because we can now get the rifles, so let's get them. Rifles. Rifled muskets were slower to fire than the regular muskets, but much more accurate over long distances. Since they were so slow to reload, they were ineffective in line combat, where a horse could go the distance before a rifle could fire a second shot. Instead, they were used by hunters and sharpshooters who could pick off enemy officers from ambush. Maneuver value of our units is increased by 15%, increased infantry fire, and cavalry shock. And we get new units that we can use. So the Swedish Karolians are obsolete now. Quite so, actually. Wow. Well, if we wanted to replace them, mass infantry has the same defensive and offensive morale. It has more offensive shock, less defensive shock, and it has 1 less offensive fire and 1 less defensive fire. But I think I'd much rather get the rifled musketeers. They look better and the fire seems better. So rifled musketeers. Smoothbore firearms like the musket were notoriously inaccurate, often off by more than a foot at 50 yards. This meant that musketeers had to fight in tight groups that were vulnerable to increasingly deadly artillery fire. The solution was to introduce rifled muskets that added spin to a bullet and made it fire straight, making these rifles much more accurate and deadly at range, where a regular musket would be completely ineffective. The downside was that reloading such a gun was time-consuming. A rifle could get off only 1 shot for every 3 musket balls, so riflemen were trained to fight in pairs, one shooting while the other reloaded. Although rifles had been put into use by the late 18th century, their cost and disadvantages made them relatively rare until much later. Riflemen such as the Prussian Jägers, French Voltigeurs, or British Greenjackers made excellent sharpshooters and snipers, but because they fought in smaller groups, they were unable to protect themselves from cavalry. Most armies maintained a small number of riflemen in each brigade to compensate for each other's weaknesses. And I think... yes, we have a new cavalry as well. Wow. Oh, holy crap. Defensive shock. What are we going to... oh, I think we're gonna get the Uhlans. Those seems to be the direct successors. Look at the Allied Hussars, the Uhlans. The first Uhlans were created in the early 18th century. They were used primarily for reconnaissance for the more heavily armored cavalry, as well as being assigned to skirmishers. Later on, they became an essential part of the military structure due to their light armor, making them fast and agile on the battlefield, and for their high shock value against their enemies. Uhlan cavalry were a good alternative to large infantry armies, as they were not only heavy-hitting but also more cost-effective. This allowed smaller nations with less manpower to actually put up an effective fight, as armies on foot were also slower compared to their mounted counterparts. Okay, I like the Uhlans, and we don't get any new artillery. Royal mortars are next. Wow, horse artillery, infantry fire, artillery shock, we're gonna get horse artillery. Okay, looking forward to that, and Commonwealth still hasn't mustered the technology to be able to resist us. How peculiar. We can go here, you're taking that over, and I'm sending my army back home to land in Hamburg and try to... Oh, you're still building marketplace? That is really weird. I thought it was built a long time ago. Or wait, is it? Is it the construction made by the locals? No, I think I gave that order. Okay, and Vipuri is, oh god, it's stuck on 90%. Why? Local autonomy, Vendish campaign, Danish. Well, that makes everything much harder. And the local autonomy is making it harder. Yeah, and it's lowering quickly. It was the enemies who conquered it that made us not convert it. Okay, I guess we can deal with that. We can work with it. Work with it. So my army will go back home to deal with the rebels from Hamburg. I don't think that they might even raise up, or we'll see. Okay, the situation in Novgorod is getting under control, so that's good. Let's help them with the siege of Yugra. And you're finishing this. We're gonna go to collect Kostroma. But yeah, we got all the more developed provinces with the exception of Kostroma. So go there, and I think we made it. Cool, and free advisor. I say free advisor, but I mean an advisor that we need to hire for big money. Oh, but we need it. There's someone who will lower our... Yeah, you would. Okay, you're in Inge. You're our man of choice. And how old is our king? 59. He's really good scholar, incorruptible, aggressive. I'm looking forward to seeing what Karo Estrid is going to be like. It's kind of interesting though that the current penalty on the military is -10, because it looks like... Who the fuck has it? Oh, you do. Okay. But nobody here. I'm still not entirely sure we ought to attack, because we still have quite a lot of aggressive expansion to fear from the people around us. But I think it's much better now. I don't think a coalition will... it's still a bit dangerous. I suggest we wait a bit. Maybe our son will continue with this. We need to get more of everything as it is. Well, we just got Orasentalen, which is what we needed. to expand the bureaucracy. We now have 3,390 gold. So let's check this. I'd like to expand bureaucracy. Yes. And we have just gotten capital rank 2. If built in your capital province, the rank 2 capital province improves communication efficiency everywhere in your country by 7.5%, which gives a monthly autonomy change and number of states up. I don't think we were, up to this big task. Urban gravity is 554,000. We could get to, I think, maybe something like 100 of urban population if we had the time. I think that's... No, it's not better than Constantinople, but still, it would make us the biggest city in the world. I checked that Sealand has, 247 and has 162. Fune has 52,000 urban population out of 120. We have been decimated by the plagues to a point where it's even getting slightly ridiculous to talk about it. But hey, I get 449 gold now, which I'm gonna invest in Hamburg if I can. I think they finished it. Okay, I still can't. So let's look at something different. Something a bit nicer. I was thinking we might build a shipyard somewhere. Why can I require sea access? What the fuck is this? Natural harbor. Oh, it doesn't have a natural harbor. Okay, well, I guess that's it. Ross is a bit too decimated for my liking. I'm looking for a province that I could invest in this amount of money. Hey, we could build a merchant guild in Akerhus, couldn't we? Yeah, but that seems a bit like a waste. I think everything seems a bit like a waste right now. We have pretty much died out in many places. Wait, what? Oh, we can't build in Vipuri because, yeah, I got it because they have that own modifier because we're converting it. So let's look at this place. Could we build something here in our trusty place? Yes, we could. So let's build a workshop here. Before this game ends, Gore is going to be one of our most developed provinces. I dare you to disagree with me. So, that's all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one.